How's everybody doing? Whew. Who we got in here? We got one person in here. This is crazy because this is actually the first time I'm going live on YouTube in a very long time. Man, I feel like things have changed. Boy. It's been kind of hectic. I'm not sure who's the one person in here right now, but this is definitely kind of also ad hoc. Back in the day, so I have like 10 to 25 people in here, so used to be a little bit later on in the day. Hopefully we get more than one person in here later on. We'll see what happens. So what's up? It's 1 minute, just me and one other person. Hello? How are you? How's it going? Yo! What's up, David? I don't know why. My live streams back in the day used to be lit. I was kind of anticipating that. It takes a minute. Sometimes it takes a minute. Sometimes it takes a minute. Yeah, but David, back in the day, so I mean, for anyone who's watching this on the replay, back in the day, I used to go, and I kind of first time going live. What's up, man? Or Ariel, sorry, girl. What's up, man? What's up, girl? Whatever. Back in the day, I used to go live all the time. I used to go live maybe even sometimes like twice a week, and there used to be sometimes like 25, 30 people in them, and I don't know why. I just like stopped doing it. I just kind of like had more of a focus on like creating content rather than, doing live streams and such. So, it's all good. So yeah, that's and I kind of want to get back into the live stream game a little bit, just because I do think that I do enjoy this. I did enjoy going live and stuff and kind of interacting with subscribers and things like that, kind of going along with a little bit of the conversation. So definitely think I'm going to, depending upon how today goes, continue doing this. And again, granted, I know this is kind of like ad hoc-ish, where I kind of set this up like, I don't know, 9 o'clock last night. So we'll see how it goes. I know the notifications and stuff that people get on their phones typically are a little bit later on. I know YouTube doesn't exactly push out people going live that often, so I don't know. We're not gonna just keep talking about YouTube and live and stuff. David, I know you have fish tanks and stuff. I know you just sent out a photo. We're in the same group chat. What's going on, man? What was that fish? Yo, we have Nick in the house. What's up, Nick? I was just telling people how back in the day I used to go live all the time. And I kind of just stopped. I kind of wanted to focus on content a little bit more. All right, David. So some people got their notifications a little bit later on. Maybe you set your notification. What's up, Nick? Hi, Anthony. What's up? Whew. Also, back in the day when I used to go live a lot more, I used to kind of like hold the camera and like walk around the fish room and stuff and talk and do some feedings and stuff and a lot of like Q&A type stuff. It was great. I don't know why I stopped. I really don't know why. But that's why I'm trying to get a little bit back into the live streaming type game a little bit. But I also, which I assumed I was going to be doing, if you watched my last video, you'll know that I was setting up a new tank. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's set up, but it's not set up. Basically, I have some fish in here. Just making sure that the tank is cycled and everything. I kind of used some old cycled media for this tank, but it had a little bit of ammonia and a little bit of nitrate in there, but it also had nitrate, which is good, obviously, because that means that the tank's actually cycled. So probably my next video that I come out with. And thanks, William. Honestly, if if you follow on my channel, you know that's this is such a this tank is so anti what I typically do. Not anti, it's just so different from what I typically do. I typically into fish, fish, fish. I know absolutely nothing about plants. Absolutely nothing. I went to Country Critters, which I know a lot of my subscribers like. I went to Country Critters, and I basically said to my guy Rich, I was basically like, "Hey, what the hell do I get? well, what would be nice for this tank?" So we picked out some plants and stuff. Some of the so one thing in here is actually Monte Carlo. I'm not sure who's into plants or anything, but one thing in here is Monte Carlo, which is typically pretty high. It requires a lot of light. Oh, you do nano tanks. Nice, William. I don't know why I get William. William. Will, whatever. Willie. What's up, Willie? Yeah. Yeah, I know, Mitch. You definitely would like these styles of tanks, but I'm probably also downstairs in the fish room, probably moving away from doing these styles of tanks. I always said this back in the day. I'm gonna stand true to it. I say true. I even say this for people on Instagram. You follow me on Instagram, you sometimes see stuff on the channel that other people don't typically see. So maybe we'll let you guys get a little bit of view of this right here. Okay. Ooh. Here, I'll fix this right here. So we got a little bit of a mess back there too, because me and the wifey have some Christmas presents we still need to return. We're just trying to not you know, go into Macy's and stuff like that. But yeah, this is my office. So I know that a lot of people typically see not my office, my fish room. So this office is getting a little bit, a little fishy over here. We'll see what happens. Why so many water bottles? Because I'm going to be sitting here for an hour. What if I get thirsty? I'm going to be talking nonstop. So, if I run out of these water bottles, I'll be drinking fish tank water. Who wants to be drinking fish tank water, So, I also have a pair of socks here. Don't ask me why. I don't put Poland Spring water in my fish tanks. I put tap water into my fish tanks. And then I use Seacam Prime. Oh boy. So what is going on, everybody? I don't know. Like I said, this is kind of like an ad hoc, kind of live stream-ish type thing. Is that like a mellow energy? I don't know what mellow energy is. Seacam Prime is a water dechlorinator. It also helps people if you have any sort of ammonia or nitrite in your tanks. You gets rid of that stuff. No, that's Milo energy. No, it's not that. I don't drink Milos, but I do drink Poland Spring water. This video is not sponsored. Woo! So, live streaming, guys. Live streaming. So, and granted, we can maybe go downstairs in a little bit, maybe. I'm live streaming off my phone right now, so how many water bottles do I drink in a day? I don't know. Anywhere between 2 to 8, depending upon the day, probably. If I'm working out or doing something, I do it a lot. But the Nick, stop with all these questions. David, what I will go downstairs probably at some point in this. Nice. Well, you collect betas and shrimp. The only shrimp I've ever owned that I wanted to keep long term was bamboo shrimp. I've done ghost shrimp and stuff as feeders and stuff, but for shrimp, the bamboo shrimp. And it's funny because I was actually in a fish store the other day and I saw a bamboo shrimp and I was like, I kind of want one, but I don't really have a tank right now that would be able to be a good home for a bamboo shrimp because it would probably get eaten. So I kind of a couple of things need to happen in my fish room. I need to get the monster tank first. And then we could probably get my community tank. My 29 gallon will be looked at as a community tank. I might even do a little bit of a setup like this. Not necessarily planted, but a little bit more of a community-esque styled tank with a lot of plants in it. Probably still that sand substrate though. The bamboo shrimp is such an awesome shrimp, though. I know you probably get like those nectarine, like those little like designer shrimps that they have, but I don't know. Bamboo and the Bloody Mary ones. I love the crystal shrimp, like the ones that are like the white with the red. Those are awesome to me. They're so cool. I don't know how they're like little tiny shrimps like this, and they're like $12-14, and they're extremely easy to breed. I don't understand how come those shrimp are like so expensive. Um, but beta fish also. I had that beta fish back in the day. The platinum beta fish, and I actually had it in a tank very similar to this. It was a 3-gallon Fluval. I think it was a Fluval Spec tank. That tank was pretty awesome, but I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but the beta fish just like withered away and died. It was crazy. I know beta fish don't typically live a long life, but this fish died after like 3 or 4 months, and it was like I don't know. It was very odd. There's no ammonia. Like I wasn't like a kid going to a store getting a beta fish and putting it in like a little cup. I had filtration. I fed it the right amount of foods. I will say this: it always had a swim bladder issue though, and I tried to do the peas and everything. So I got it shipped to me. That was a whole big long story. I should have never gotten this beta fish to begin with. I'm not a beta fish guy. I'm honestly not even this guy, but I like this though. I think that the plans I have for this are awesome, and I think it's going to be sick long term. The scooter, I've been very something wrong from the start. Yeah, that's what I think too, Will. I just did a lot of research on like beta fish or betta fish. I always call it beta fish, like an idiot. The betta fish. I always knew it was something wrong because it looked like a swim bladder issue. Cloudy. It's not cloudy. There's just a little light here, probably. There's no cloudiness in here. It's the front of it's a little dirty because I was doing some water changes on it. And also, Nick, you go take a walk. You need to walk. Go walk around your house. But yeah, this is the thing. Right now, all I have in here right now are 12 neon tetras, and I have apistogrammas, fire red apistogrammas, cockatoides. Like literally, very happy with these. They're so like awesome. There's a male in there, a female in there. So who knows? We'll see what happens. Who think you should turn that into a rimless tank? Mitch, guys. Also, Mitch, who is in this live stream here. Mitch, this is Mitch. This is the Mitch I've referenced. This is the Mitch who is basically the inspiration for me even doing this. So, like I would say, shout out to Mitch, for the good idea. Mitch always gives me low-key good ideas. Low-key. Mitch likes to keep his ideas to himself, but will randomly, give me 1 or 2 of them. So, hopefully after coronavirus and everything's over, Mitch, you can hop back onto the channel, just like Joe is. Joe. people DM me on Instagram sometimes, like, "Hey man, what's going on with Joe's tanks?" I'm like, how do you even know what's going on with Joe's tanks? But what else we got here? I used to be a big saltwater collector, and now it's just nano tanks. Saltwater. I know saltwater is kind of tough. I always told myself I want to kind of get into saltwater, and I probably will at some point. I thought I was going to do it in 2019, but I got married. I moved into an apartment. 2020. 2019. In 2020, you got this house. So I kind of am prioritizing right now, like getting the big monster tank. Right now, it's so hard to get that 210-gallon aquarium. It's like ridiculous. I've been trying to get it since the middle of the summer. Since the middle of the summer, I've been trying to get this tank, and it's now January, almost February. That's crazy. But apparently it's coming. It's coming. So I don't know. I'll probably get into saltwater, and nothing crazy. Probably something like similar to this, where it's like somewhat smaller. Probably no bigger than like 30 gallons, I'd say, is probably what I would do. Just because I also have, what's up, NY Gold? What's up, Don? How you doing, man? What I really want to do first is kind of build out the freshwater setup first. After I kind of build out the freshwater setups, I have so many ideas I want to do. So many. So many ideas. What about me, Nick? I mean, you're no inspiration for the Long Island Fish Guys planted aquarium, office aquarium. This is Mitch. One day, so I said this in my last video, but the inspiration for this tank was Mitch just moved into a house, and we were on a video chat, video call at work. Me and Mitch work together, and I saw like a big orange glow, and Mitch has a saltwater aquarium right next to his desk. And he's like, "Yeah, that's my fish tank." I was like, "You work right next to your fish tank?" He's like, "Yeah, it's awesome, man. I get to see him, look over him anytime I want." I was like, "That's a great idea. I'm gonna do the same thing." So I have the perfect setup here. It's right next to me. I work over here. I edit videos over here, and it's great. Sometimes I might be just doing a little bit of work over here, take a look over. Sometimes it used to just be me looking out the window, but now I get to look at an aquarium. So the long-term plans for this tank is to get that Scooter Jenny's spotted Congo puffer. If this was a YouTube video, I would shoot to that right now and show it to you. But like I said, we might go downstairs in a little bit. Maybe at the end of the live stream, kind of show you guys what's going on in the basement. It's just so crazy because I feel like we're actually getting close to the 210-gallon tank coming. Well, Donnie, while you're driving and listening, don't crash or anything. Well, that's probably just don't focus too much on what we're doing on the live stream. It's not that important. Safety is number one. That's all you need is a small reef tank. Yeah, I agree. Would you put a treasure chest in that tank? I would not put a Petco or PetSmart treasure chest in this tank. I'm very anti those things. For anyone who doesn't know, those Petco, PetSmart, like resin stuff is so bad for fish. Actually, it's painted, and the paint actually like kind of peels off over time. And if you have like plecos or catfish and stuff, they'll actually eat the paint. I don't know about you, but I'm not a big fan of eating paint. Maybe I will get a little Budweiser. Maybe I'll just put a Budweiser bottle in there. Maybe some Taco Bell cups too. Some tortellinis floating around in there. I actually saw someone had like a native tank, which is all for like native fish and stuff. They had like bluegill, largemouth bass, and like things like that in there. And they had like a license plate. They had like beer bottles all over the place inside the tank. Like they made it look like a polluted like lake with like native fish. It was actually a really cool tank. I've considered getting like native fish and stuff like that, but I don't know. I'm just not a big native fish guy, and also Long Island isn't really that super well known for the native fish. Like all I'd really want to keep is like a largemouth bass, and it gets pretty big. So I don't know if I'd ever want to get like something like a largemouth bass in the basement. Now I want to see Mitch's tank. Mitch's tank is nice. It's gone. I mean, from what I've known and what I've seen from what Mitch showed me, it's gone through a couple of different like iterations and stuff. But Mitch's tank, Mitch has a, I think it's like a 13.5. It's like the Fluval Salt, the Fluval Sea aquarium. It's very different though. It's not like a typical, it was basically a setup like this, but he made it like a rimless tank. It has like an auto top off on it. And granted, I literally might as well be speaking about, I don't know, how to build a car. Actually, kind of somewhat know. How to put a roof on a house. I have no idea how to roof a house. I have no idea how to do that. Me talking about saltwater might as well be how to put a roof on a house, because I have no idea what a protein skimmer does. I don't know about any of I don't know any of that stuff. But some of it I know. Like Mitch has like an auto top off, like he's got stuff hooked up to it. I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm a little bit intimidated, slowly turning into a nano reef tank. Yeah. I know it didn't start off that way, Mitch. I know you kind of were like, you got like some clownfish and stuff in there. That was kind of like the showcase of that tank. But back on my actual account. Oh, Ash's Aquatics. I'm assuming that that was you before when we first started. But now we've grown. We finally hit 10 people. By the way, let me give my little intro because I'm assuming some of these 10 people here probably didn't really hear my little intro. I used to live stream a lot back in the day. Oh, also the 4,000 subscribers. That's what the main point of this was for. The 4,000 subscribers, guys. Well, let me give my little spiel. I used to live stream a lot back in the day, like a lot, and I stopped. I don't know why, but I stopped. I do know why. It's because I was focusing more on content rather than going live. I wanted to create content, content for the YouTube channel rather than just going live. But I loved going live because I, did this. I interacted with you guys. That's my mom shares that account, but congrats. Thanks, Ash. We all have those random Gmail accounts that we go into, for. Thanks, David. Barefoot's Fish. Barefoot is another YouTube channel, local guy. He known David for probably about a year now. I don't think we've ever met face to face though, but we're in a group chat together. But yeah, so the 4,000 subscribers, man, it's crazy. It's crazy for any smaller YouTuber kind of watching this. Which, granted, I'm considered a small YouTube channel too, but it's crazy. I literally started this YouTube channel as like I don't know, like I just create back in the day when I was like a young kid, and even like I don't know, high school, like 14, 15 years old. I used to take my sister's camera and just create the dopiest YouTube videos and stuff. I used to make like dunk videos I used to like take like a 10-foot basketball hoop and I'd lower it down to like, 6.5 feet, barely jump off the ground, and do dunk videos with my friends. I did the Ghost Ride the Whip videos. There's so much I did. Whew. I needed that yawn so bad. I've been fighting a yawn for like the past 10 minutes. But I've been creating these types of videos for such a long time. I had like subwoofers in my trunk. I used to take videos for that. Some of those videos on my other channel, which I'll keep quiet for now, they have like 150,000 views. It's crazy. It's really bananas. But even like the subwoofer videos, like I didn't like edit them, but like some of the stuff I've always liked creating content. So I kind of got into fish keeping, and I obviously saw a lot of like the bigger channels, the Waru Joey's, Joey DIY, even some smaller channels at the time. Like literally guys who had like 4,000 subscribers, who I look at now, and they have like 35,000. And I started the YouTube channel, and I created an Instagram account. I made a few friends and stuff on it. And I got into like a few Facebook groups to kind of help me grow. And everyone always says the first 100 subscribers is the hardest thing. And there was probably in that time of doing the 100 subscribers where I was like, and I didn't care. It wasn't like anything like I put so much time or effort into it. Like I wasn't editing videos. My videos when I first started was me literally holding up my phone, point like at my tanks and saying, "Hey, this is my Oscar George, and this is the Jack Dempsey. Here's a fish tank update. I'm getting some crayfish." And then one day I said to myself, "You know what? I'm gonna put myself on camera." And that's like kind of where everything changed. So Matt Wolf, and I hit the 100 subscribers, and I kind of never really looked back. There's been times, obviously, of not being 100% focused on YouTube, which of course that's fine. That's just life. We all have a life. Let me see what the comments are saying. Yeah, I've been here for a few years. Yeah, that's crazy, Ash. But yeah, I remember some of the people back in the day who always used to come into the live stream. 2,000 subscribers. I probably didn't even have 1,000 when I used to go all the time. Actually, probably you're right. Probably about 2,000. Because the last live stream I did was in July of 2019. And I think at that time I had about 2,000 maybe subscribers. Probably less, to be honest. I probably had closer to 1,000. The only fish enthusiast on Long Island with YouTube. Everyone else is in Florida. I know, Ash, you're not wrong. It's crazy. It's everyone who does all content creators. I'm also a pretty big video game player, And a lot of like the big video game streamers and stuff, like Nick Merckx and stuff, and even Tim the Tatman. A lot of these guys are in Florida now. Everyone's in Florida. If you ever want to become like a content creator, you have to go to Florida. So I don't know. Maybe I'll move out to Florida in the next 2 days or so. We'll see. Yeah, but that's barefoot fish. That's what I do now. Yeah, but listen, man, you got to grow. You know, this YouTube game, it's like there's two different hobbies to what I do. There's the fish aspect and the fish knowledge and like kind of knowing this. But then there's a whole other game called YouTube. And you can have the best tanks in the world, have the most amount of knowledge, and do everything really great when it comes to fish. But if you don't know the YouTube game, you won't grow. And also, vice versa. Not to take any shots at people, but there's a lot of these big YouTubers who really don't know what the hell they're doing when it comes to fish tanks. But they know YouTube very well. So that's why they grow, and that's why people follow them. And there's a lot of people. I don't mean to spew hate on this live stream. I'm also not calling anybody names, but I see some people on YouTube with 100,000, with a couple of hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and I go, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. There's a lot of talking going on in this chat right now. What's going on? Been watching for a few. Cannon Fishkeeper, what's up, man? Been watching you for a few months now. Absolutely love your YouTube channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Do you watch King of DIY? I do watch the King of DIY. I've actually spoken to Joey a few times. A lot of times, actually. He follows me on Instagram. If you want to go take a look, we follow each other on Instagram. Joey's a good dude. He gets some stuff sometimes, you know, some negative stuff, just because he's got all eyes watching you. And I'm granted, again, I'm a very small YouTube channel with 4,000 subscribers. There's times where I'll get comments on YouTube videos of literally just hate, pure hate. Someone the other day, literally, it was back when I made a video. I'm not even going to say the video. So I actually left the comment up though. So if you guys want to go click, you guys can see what I'm talking about. But someone had actually commented on one of my videos, like saying, "Look at this kid, look at this guy, sorry old dude who still lives in his parents' house." Literally, the video is about me getting married and moving into an apartment, and this guy was trying to give me shit for living in my parents' house. But I don't know. That's why. But Joey DIY, he's got a big target on his back. He's a super transparent guy. He's actually an awesome dude. He's super transparent in the fact that he's literally told his entire story about him going to jail and everything. So I don't know why people get all this stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on here, and I see a lot of personal friends in here. No pepperoni in fish tanks, Charlie the attorney. No pepperoni. We have Peter in the group. Look at this. Look at this. It's a big family here. Yeah, look at my Long Island Fish Guy shirt. My girlfriend at the time, who's my current wife, she got me this shirt for, I think, Christmas one year. It's pretty good. Pretty good. A hookah tank. Chicken cutlets, mashed potatoes with wet heavy. Yeah. So we got a lot of my friends in the group chat now, guys. Look at the group chat. A lot of friends in here. Make more merch, bro. I know. David, I think I'm going to make some merch at some point. Not right now, though. I kind of want my focus to be on YouTube channels and stuff. And people always get called like sellouts and stuff when they come out with their own merch. I have like stickers and stuff. I don't think I have any up here. I have like stickers and stuff for like my logo. It's like this logo. I got stickers and I have magnets. There was a company that was basically doing a really good thing, and I was like, you know what? Let me try this out. So I got some of that stuff, and I don't know. I was thinking about maybe like sending some of it out, maybe like a giveaway type stuff. But I don't know. What are you gonna do with What are you gonna do with a magnet with my logo on it? You're gonna put it on your refrigerator? People are gonna be like, what the hell? You know, hold up a photo of your daughter on your refrigerator with the Long Island Fish Guy magnet. What's for lunch? I don't know. maybe Taco Bell, Burger King, McDonald's, something like that. Maybe, I don't know. Striped bass. We want merch. Check out MD. Oh, so MD. I didn't mention that. So MD. MD. I just want to. MD is the doctor guy. Let me take a look at this. I do not follow MD Fish Tanks. I don't know who this is. Wow, he's got a lot of subscribers. How do I not know who this is? I'll take a look into this a little bit later. But I really don't know who that is. As a guy who has his ears and eyes close to the YouTube fish game, never heard of MD before. He's actually got a pretty big channel, so I'll have to take a deeper look into him. Have you ever had the fish fillet from McDonald's? I have not. I'm not a big fish guy. I am a big fish guy, but not a big fish eater. Hey, NW Aqua Hobby, what's up, my dude? What's going on, man? Listen, I'm gonna turn off the stream. I'm gonna go into the other room. We're gonna play some Call of Duty, man. Let's go. Let's go right now. Let's go. Does Gianna have her own fish tank? Not yet, Pete. Not yet. MD is cool. What? You don't follow MD? He's killing it. I know. I gotta follow him. Connor Laney says, what fish are in your tank? So if you guys watch my last video, I just set up this tank over here. This is a 15-gallon Fluval Flex. It's got a bow front this way. I currently, just to kind of make sure it's cycled, I don't want to put, like, the ultimate goal for this aquarium is to put my Scooter Denny spotted Congo puffer in it. I wanted to make sure before I put like a $100 plus fish in there, I wanted to make sure it was cycled and everything. So right now I have 12 neon tetras and a pair, a male and a female, a pistogramma, cockatoides, fire red in there. But the tank's doing well. I had a little bit of an ammonia spike, a little bit. Granted, this tank's been set up I set it up last Sunday. It's been set up for almost a week now. But I used old cycle media and stuff in there. So the parameters and everything are perfect now. The pH is like 6.8 perfect. The zero ammonia, zero nitrite. So it's perfect. Probably my next video or two, you'll see like the Scooter Denny in here, which I'm excited for and I'm also scared about. But this tank's going to be so crazily gorgeous. You guys don't even see the full tank. There's other plants in the back over here. It's doing really well. I already see some plant growth in a week. So let's see how the comments are going. MD's cool. Also Fish for Thought. Yeah, Fish for Thought. I follow him on Instagram. I see a lot of his stuff on Instagram. I follow him a little bit also on YouTube as well. Fish fillet from McDonald's. Coralfish 12G. I've seen a lot of his. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've been a bad YouTube viewer for like a year now. Like Coral 12G. Obviously, I know who that is. Like, do I like follow along with him? No. The only channels I really like follow along with is Joe Eat DIY, SC Fish Keeping, Zach. And even with him, I like barely, I watch like every other video or like I'll binge. I watch NW Aqua Hobby. I watch him. I also randomly come across some stuff too on YouTube, and I like I said, I'm always keeping my eyes and ears open to people either kind of more so like the smaller channels. I'm all about like making a good investment. So for instance, like buying GameStop. No, we're not getting into that. No, we're not getting into that. No, we're not getting into that. This is not Long Island Investments guy. I got a few friends who would love to be that, but we ain't getting into that right now. Okay, if you want to get into something like that, I'll get you in contact with some people. But by the way, guys, we have 15 people watching this. We got only 7 likes. 16 people now. Smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button. But okay. NW has entered the gulag. Yep. How often do you use the Peloton? I use the Peloton anywhere between 2 times a week to 7 days a week. Depends upon the week. I got an elephant fish yesterday, but I don't think he's eating. Hey, listen, Ash, you get a fish only for 1 day, that's okay. And it doesn't eat. I just got a brand new datinoid, 3-bar datinoid. Gorgeous fish. Hasn't eaten yet. I picked it up on Thursday night. I offer it food here and there, just a little bit. But it's for finicky fish. It's okay if a fish doesn't eat for a few days. Fish are cold-blooded animals, so they really don't need to be fed as often as like a human being does. So a lot of times, like these fish companies, like Marineland, these bad companies, what they'll do is they'll say on their packaging for food, here's Tetrafood. You guys know I hate Tetrafood. I dumped out all of the food and put my own flakes in here because I buy in bulk. I guarantee you the directions on here shows that you should eat. Yep. As a general rule, feed daily, either 2 to 3 times a day, as much as your fish can eat within 3 minutes. If you feed your fish 2 to 3 times a day, you're probably gonna have ammonia spikes. Don't feed your fish 2 or 3 times a day. I literally feed my fish every other day. Like I would maybe feed this tank every day if I'm feeding like flakes only and like a little. That's the only way I would feed like multiple times. I would never feed multiple times per day. That's just bananas. These are cold-blooded animals. Koi fish in the wintertime literally have one big meal and they hibernate. I'm not saying that these fish are hibernating, they're not. But still, like you shouldn't be feeding your fish often. Regardless, back to what you're saying, which is throwing me back to basically what I used to do all the time on my old live streams. Just me going on about these topics that people bring up, and I'm going off on crazy tangents. To answer your question, don't freak out about that elephant fish. He's going to be fine. Elephant fish typically only would eat like bloodworms, though. So you want to maybe either go like live bloodworms or frozen bloodworms, or like those black worms. But pretty uncommon for like an elephant fish to be eating something like pellets or even like flakes. So just, got to watch out for what you're trying to feed and stuff and see like tank mates and stuff, especially with that type of elephant fish. I have a tank with 1 piranha. What size tank is that? Fridge. Oh, stop it. Buy a Dogecoin. Fishcoin. Buy Dogecoin, guys. It's going to a full $1 by the end of this week. This is not for financial advice. I'm not, I went on a quite spree yesterday. Went to Monster Aquariums to pick up a rope fish, baby black ghost knife, and a baby elephant. I put them in a 40 as a grow out and giving them bloodworms. You should be good then. You should be pretty good. If you're feeding them bloodworms, they'll definitely take that. The black ghost knifefish, dude, I've seen, it's so crazy because people always see black ghost knifefish and they're like, relatively small. One time I went to a fish store and I saw a behemoth of a black ghost knifefish. It was probably about that big. Probably about the full 12 inches of it. And I've never seen one that big before. It's crazy. They get monstrous. They get so big. What else we got? You got the rope fish. I know rope fish are kind of funny. They're like little, they're like big bichers, like longer bichers. Hope for the best. Yep, you'll be good. Don't worry. Says the year of yes. This is the year of yes, guys. You gotta keep saying yes. It's like that WWE wrestler that goes yes, yes, yes. How much time we have? We're about 40 minutes. With about 10 minutes left, we will go downstairs to the fish room. I'll give you guys a little bit of like a live around the island update. I got a lot of stuff going on, guys. A lot of stuff going on. I feel like every day after work and Not every day after work. But I just feel like my weekends are just but a lot going on. Just a lot of moving around of stuff and a lot of it's because like when I set up this fish room, I did not anticipate um like doing some of the things that I did. I didn't plan the greatest. I probably need to become like a better fish room planner. Um, but I don't know. We live and you learn, right? As guys in the aquarium hobby here, I always say this. We always make plans, and things always change. It's like you plan for this. I actually this tank has actually gone according to plan, but very rare that that happens. Mike Hummerford goes, I need a new barber. Mike Hummerford. We have the same barber, dog. Come on. Can't wait for the knife to get huge. Still thinking of name. Yeah, man. Those the Black Ghost knife fish, they get big. A little aggressive too. They're nocturnal, so you gotta kind of like watch out for it. I love going to Country Critters. Yeah, well, Country Critters is great, man. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Not that I didn't like it, but Country Critters probably wasn't my most favorite store. My number one store on Long Island for a while. People always question that, but I would say it's probably my number one right now. I'm on Team Country Critters. I'm on their team because I don't know. I like. There's a couple of stores I love. Obviously, I love Aqua Hut. I love Country Critters. There's a couple of others in there, and there's some stores that are just bad, but like get some cool fishing. So I'll check them out. But I always like kind of move cautiously with it. Not to say any names, but they're on the South Shore. They, some stores are just you have to kind of understand with what you're buying. That's kind of just where it goes. I will not confirm or deny that, David. I feel it, man. Time is limited. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy, especially having your own house, having a wife, having a kid, working full time. Obviously, thank God. During the pandemic and stuff, everything's been going great in regards to that. Having a YouTube channel, managing fish tanks, so building on the fish tanks. It's just, and also I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty recently, partially because I love playing Call of Duty, but it's also good social. I play with a lot of my friends and stuff, which I'm not seeing face to face a lot of right now. So it's a good way for all of us to kind of like stay connected still, obviously. Just subscribe. Great, Connor. Just subscribe now. I mean, how did you end up here then? We got 4,000 subscribers. Only 14 people are in here. How are you one of these 14? And Great Nick, my favorite gotta be Monster Aquarium. It's close, good variety, good prices. Listen, Ash, I'm gonna be honest with you. Monster Aquarium is probably the best fish store on the East Coast. Now, I've never been to fish stores outside of the tri-state area, but if I had to make any assumptions, Monster Aquarium is just awesome. They're awesome. I've only been there probably like 3 times. I went to a couple of fish stores like around the area. Monster Aquarium is so good because they're constantly getting big shipments of fish in, and they don't get tetras like the ones that are in here. They get that obviously, but they also have the crazy exotics. That's the thing. And I think that in regards to this hobby and where it's going, I was part of like a fish club, like a local fish club, and a lot of old timers are in there. And a lot of the old timers, they're all into like breeding fish and getting guppies and having tetras and bristlenose plecos. And that's fine. And like getting like little tanks like this. I truly believe that the way this hobby is going, because of YouTube and because of guys like Paul Cafaro and Catch 'em All Fishing, that people get big giant stuff. My dad I had a fish tank growing up with my dad, and we had one 29-gallon tank. And we used to get fish that would basically grow to that, normal fish for a 29-gallon. My dad looked at that 29-gallon tank like me looking at like a 300-gallon aquarium. Like it was a huge tank for him. He looks at my tanks now and goes, "What the hell is wrong with you?" So it's just I feel like there's such a change going on in the aquarium hobby because of the information. If you had to think of like all the fish books too, there used to be so many, like if you wanted to learn about fish, specific fish, you would have to go and purchase books on them and have an actual physical library. So part of your hobby would be your aquariums plus your book, your books for them. Now, everyone has cell phones, access to YouTube, access to Google, access to so much stuff where people really don't need to have books. People have a lot of information now. And that's why I feel like a lot more people could be successful. But like a lot of times people will still not do their research and they'll buy fish that they shouldn't buy. Like I saw a guy in a pet store once and he was buying a red-tailed catfish. And just I never say anything to anybody in fish stores. I think that this hobby, a lot of it is, you kind of have to fail and learn from it. And the people who fail and learn are the ones who stay in the hobby. People who just fail and say, "Screw this," they're the ones who leave. And to be honest with you, all right, whatever. It's not for everybody. It's a red-tailed catfish going into. I asked the guy. I'm like, "Oh, well, what type of tank you put that thing in?" He said a 20-gallon with like small cichlids. I was like, and then I looked at the guy who's like helping him out and stuff like that, and like, how could you work here and not have the fish's best interests in mind? Regardless, I don't know how I got off on this crazy tangent. But regardless, Monster Aquarium is good. I do think that this is where the aquarium trade is kind of going. That people will start getting more to like the crazier exotics. People will be looking to get freshwater stingrays. People are going to want things like peacock bass. Get big tanks for them. A couple peacock bass in them. Exotic plecos. These $100 plecos that people typically won't even look at. Now we're getting purchased like crazy. I think there's a reason. Let me see these comments. I feel like people are going to be like, "Shut the hell up." I feel the man time that I'm a great Keep them recommended. Hey man, Connor. Great to see you here. Come watch some of my videos, man. I have a lot more than just this tank. It's too early. I hear you, Patty. Patty! My good friend Patty. I know it's too early. I'm feeling too tired. Yeah, and NW, man, you're from, aren't you in Oregon? Oregon. It's early there, man. Was it 8 o'clock? It's probably close to 9 now. The oddballs and exotics are my faves. As you saw earlier, I remember a while back, I'm not proud of this, I kept iridescent shark in a 10-gallon. Now I realize my horrible mistake. Listen, that tank, me and my dad's tank back in the day, I remember when we first set up that tank, and our first 3 fish that we got for that tank was for a 29-gallon, it was a red devil, a Jack Dempsey, and an Oscar. How do you guys think that went? And these guys weren't like your little fish like this. We bought them like probably about that big already. How do you think that went? My dad was the typical not researched fish keeper. Took the advice of the people in the store who just wanted to make sales. And it's crazy. So we've all been there. We've all done that. We've all had incorrect. I get stuff all the time. People even say to me right now that like I have George the Oscar fish. I have for anyone who's not new to my channel or who's new to my channel here, George the Oscar. He's currently in a 75-gallon tank, and with a pike, a rhino pleco, and a Raphael catfish, a spotted Raphael. They're all relatively like small. I mean, George isn't. George is about 10 inches, 11 inches. But like the Raphael catfish, he's probably about that big. The Rhino Pleco is getting huge actually, and the pike. People say to me all the time, not all the time, let me reference that. People occasionally will say to me, hey man, you shouldn't have an Oscar in a 75 gallon. Like, why not? George, literally, I've had him in my 125. He didn't move. I could put George into this tank. He doesn't move. He stays literally in like a 1-by-1 area, always. And he guards it. That's his territory. Cichlids are naturally territorial fish. my George and that pike have actually had better behavior and better compatibility since being in the 75 gallon rather than being in that 125. So, should you get a freshwater stingray for a 40-gallon breeder? No. Should you get an Oscar for a 29-gallon? No. Should you get an Oscar for a 55-gallon? No. In my theory, for fish, red-tailed catfish, iridescent sharks, clown knives, tiger shovelnose catfish, a lot of these fish shouldn't be in the hobby at all. And if they are in the hobby, they should be extremely rare and be very expensive. Because only certain people, if you have 500 gallons or more in your house, then yeah, get a red-tailed catfish. Go ahead. That's the thing. But I see so many of these guys who have 125-gallon aquariums. I think that they're the biggest tanks on the planet, and they get a red-tailed catfish, and it outgrows the tank in 2 months. Oh, hey, Long Island fish guy, I have a red-tailed catfish, and it's eating all of my fish. What should I do? That's like me getting 12 piranhas and putting them into a 125 and saying, hey, any fish I try to put into this tank, the piranhas eat. What do I do? Don't put fish in piranhas. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, these fish are all fish that in the wild eat each other. You know, these tank mates and such, they all eat in the wild. They eat each other. This is what they do. So us as the fish keeper, us as looking at these are pets. They're not just art or something nice to look at. They're pets. Obviously, they're not a dog. They can't interact with you and stuff, but they, it's just, I just feel like there's so much. As a guy I've had 2 dogs before, and I plan on getting a dog soon, and I love dogs. But dogs get so much extra love when it comes to like animals. Like if you ever see a dog being abused, it like pulls at your heart. If you see a cat being abused, it pulls at your heart. People see fish being abused, and they like sometimes literally people like laugh at it. It's sad. It's sad. It's just so fish get so mistreated in this hobby. It's because people think it's a dopey fish. It's just whatever. Who cares? It's just. It's really saddening. I'm really behind on these comments. Let's see before I just stop rambling on here. And we're actually at the 10-minute mark where I said I wanted to go downstairs. What else in Nassau County? There's a lot of good fish stores in Nassau County. Literally, I actually have a list on my phone of all the great like fish stores. And I actually go in there like once every other month or so, and I kind of reorder what my favorite is. I bought a Parachromis Lois Li, great fish, without doing research. It was a bad idea, but luckily I have a buddy and knew these fish and took it off my hands. Yeah, anything in the Parachromis species is always very aggressive. So I would definitely stay with like the Jaguar cichlids, the Motoguens, same fish. I'm having a mental block. The Yellow Jacket, the Frederick Stollies, all of those, they're all going to be hyper aggressive. As a rule of thumb, Dovai is Parachromis as well. As a rule of thumb, Central American fish, 9 times out of 10, are much more aggressive than South American fish. South American fish, anytime I really see a fish, I'm like in a fish store and I Google it and I go Central American, I go, they're a little bit more aggressive. South American fish they're aggressive still, but a little bit more passive. But I got a baby albino iridescent shark in the grow out and a 150 gallon ready when it gets bigger, bulling in a pond. Yeah, Washington up to about 9. Yeah, I don't know why I constantly think that you're from Oregon, Washington, Washington. Northwest. You know, Northwest. Everything in the Northwest, it's all the same stuff. Patty, I mainly go to Monsters, but Pets Warehouse is good, as well as Parrots of the World. I do like Parrots of the World. I've been there only about twice. I live not close to it, so I live probably about 30 to 40 minutes away. It's not far mileage wise, but it's just an annoying drive to get there. That's why I'd rather than going to like Parrots of the World, I'd rather just drive the other way to I'd rather drive the other way to like to Country Critters or to Aqua. But also like Monster Aquarium, like I just haven't gone there recently because like the pandemic and everything. But like after everything kind of chills out, I definitely need to go back to Monster. I actually went to last time I went to Monster was in January of 2020, so it's been about a year since I've been to Monsters. I always forget about parrots. I know I always forget about Parrots of the World too. It's a great store. They have really cool parrots there too. Great selection. I have an 8-foot, 240-gallon, and it isn't even good enough. Yeah, it's not. It's not good enough for that type of for those bigger type fish. The living beings who depends on us. Yeah. Share the stream on my channel. Hey, thanks, dude. Appreciate it, man. Yes. Tech only. Please do fish tours after this COVID. Patty, go check out some of my videos. I got some fish tours up. Like literally, like 3 videos in a row. Not this most recent one, but like maybe 2 videos ago, like the whole gold arowana. A lot of that was all like fish tours type stuff. Basically, I went to first. I found a gold arowana. I went to Aqua Hut and Critters. I bought the arowana that was from Country Critters. Shout out to Benji Pascarosa. We love you. Well, we don't love you, but some people love you. Ash, thanks for joining. I'll see you around. I'll probably do some more of these streams a little bit later on and stuff. I looked through and saw Country Critters on one, and the one with that guy Joe, but you should do a series. That'd be kind of cool. I could maybe like make like a playlist of like all the fish tours. Let's go, guys. We're about close to an hour. I told myself I was gonna go on for like an hour here. Let's go downstairs. All right. Look at that, guys. Look at that. So we're gonna be doing a little walk through the house. Don't worry, this isn't gonna be a what do you call it? Property Brothers. I always call it that. Property Brothers. All right, doing a little walk through the house, guy. A little walk through the house. I didn't turn the light on. But guys, check this out too. You ready? Check this out. You ready? Whoo! Not fish related, but if you guys remember from my like reveal of the fish room, this was a complete like 1960s styled wood paneling stuff. Me and my wife, and my dad actually, we painted the walls. We put down carpet. There's like an actual room. This is like tiled floors. But here's the fish room now. Oh my God. A little messy down here. But there's Georgie! Georgie! It's Sunday's typically my water change day, guys. So the tanks are a little, the glass is a little bit dirty. Don't judge me on it. But look, how could you say that this tank is not big enough for this Oscar? George is he's 4 years old now. I've literally had George since he's like the size of like the tip of my finger. Look at how big he is now. And you mean to tell me that this tank isn't big enough for him? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Love your fish room, man. Thanks, Cannon. Appreciate that, man. It's only, I'm telling you guys. Wait, the boiler is on here. Let me turn this off for a second. Hold on. Ugh. Now you guys can probably hear me a little better without me screaming. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Patty. It's big enough. There's some like internet warriors that like to just they like to, but not me. They can't touch the Long Island fish guy. Oh, by the way, I was talking about these magnets before. Take a look. This is one of them. Wait, hold on a second. This is one of them right here. These are I got like literally a whole pack of these Long Island fish guy magnets. Literally, I mean, this one's probably a curve, but that's why they're not the greatest magnets, but they're kind of cool. I also got some stickers. So, I mean, listen, if anyone's interested in any of these, I mean, by all means, drop a DM in my on Instagram. I'll maybe send one to your house or something. But I don't know where these stickers are. I used to have them in the back over here. Oh, I see them. They're like stuck behind my 40-gallon. Yeah, David, I'll give you some next time I see Greg or Mount Taquat. So listen to this, guys, and listen. I'm all about being transparency. I've been having a little bit of an issue with my tanks, a little bit of an issue. Here's what it is. Look at the haze in this. I don't understand why there's this crazy haze. Because I got an FX6 down here, which I just cleaned it out. I have an AquaClear 100, a 110. And on this this thing I keep having problems with this thing. See this, the thing on the back, not Marineland hate, but the clip fork drops. So like the back of it, it's not upright. It needs to be picked up. But I have pillow stuffing in there. I got tons of stuff. And I actually think that it's from the types of food that I feed in here. I think that it's like the dustiness of the carnivore pellets. I was at the bottom of it. I think that just so much dust on the carnivore pellets that's just creating this stuff. But take a look, guys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Got Mindy, the mini marble Matoro. And we have Bill, the Black Diamond Stingray. What do we think, guys? We got Bill and Mindy. I don't know. I like the names. A lot of... we got so much going on. So much going on. It's just crazy. Got the Datnoids, Peacock Bass. This Jack Dempsey scared me for a little bit. This Jack Dempsey. So, a little side note, guys, and I'm really bad with the comments right now just because I can't really see them. But this Jack Dempsey, I got her as a female Jack Dempsey. I got her at the exact same time as I got George. I don't know. George actually has a little bit of a little dinger right there. He's sometimes like aggressive, like at night. He'll like bang around and stuff. Literally, like back in the day, his head used to be like destroyed, just because he used to like go in the corners here and go crazy. Like he would have like little temper tantrums. All right, let me take a look at some of these comments here. I looked through and saw Country Critters one. Time to get a bagel and a schmear. Can we get a close up of that fidget spinner? That was actually a fidget spinner from my office, like my office where I work. I actually brought it back to my house because I actually went there recently. That's a Yankees fidget spinner. I went to a fish store recently, and the owner said he had to feed the coral reef with a bottle. Is that true? I have no idea about the coral reefs and stuff, but they're live, so they need like food source and stuff. It might have been like a supplemental type stuff that would maybe wouldn't get typically if there were like fish or something in there. But again, I have no idea about saltwater or reefs or anything. Love the fish room, man. Thank you. It looks big enough to me. I know it was about that. I'll take some. The sticker of the magnets. Your fish room is what I want. I'm selling my current house and buying a new one with a finished basement just to have a fish room. That's great, man. Bro, you see my last video? Crystal clear water, bro. I'll pay me later. All right, cool. Yep, send me a message. I like that you name your fish. Yeah, I kind of like it. I like naming fish that are important to me. and that like people kind of like on the channel too. So I know the stingrays. I know back in the day when I had Steve the Stingray, people loved Steve. So with these stingrays, you know, I had to name them, especially because Steve the Stingray and Georgie Oscar were so big. Mindy, haha. What is your favorite type of fish to keep? I like stingrays. I like fish that are also simple, so you don't have to like do crazy care for them. Like for instance, peacock bass. They're kind of annoying when you first get them. Like when the peacock bass get to be like this size, they're not. They're great at this size. But when I have some peacock bass in there that are really small. Like they're just such a pain in the neck because they don't eat. They're such finicky eaters, and when you have like the finicky eaters, it just requires so much more time to kind of get them to eat and to get them to eat what you want. And I don't feed live, so it's a little bit more difficult. Favorite fish to keep? I don't know. Anything exotic. I love exotic fish. Oh Jesus, Yankee fan. Don't Patty. I'm not gonna. Don't be. Listen, don't be talking smack about my Yankees in my live stream. All right? Don't be talking no smack about my Yankees in my live stream. I'm not taking it. Not today. Not on Saturday. No way. Do you have rhino goby? I don't know what that is. Or any gobies. I had gobies in the past. Let me try to think. I don't have gobies, but I have these. These are, where are they? These guys never hide, and they're hiding now. There's one. Purple spotted gudgeon. There's another one right there. Purple spotted gudgeon. They're not gobies per se, but they're pretty close to it. So yeah, all right. So we looked at this tank. We looked at the 75, the 125, the 29-gallon community tank. This tank is basically the holding tank for the fish I want to put upstairs. This is that Scooter Denny spotted Congo puffer. Awesome fish. Love this fish. Super personable. I got some more neon tetras that I'll be going into that tank. And these corridors. And that's it. This Hoplow Catfish I put in here because, if you watch my last video, that golden arowana that I got, I put into this 20... I know, the perfect example we were talking about before. Arowana in a 20-gallon long is a no-no. But, obviously, you guys know, you see my tanks. I have much bigger tanks. I put him in here because I didn't want to put him in that 125 over there because those peacock bass could probably eat them. I kind of realized that after I put them in the tank, and I literally took them out like probably about after I was done shooting that video. So I put them into this 20-gallon long, and I didn't want that albino Hoplow Catfish to get eaten. But it actually has grown a lot, so it probably wouldn't get eaten. I could probably move him back into this tank. Regardless, this tank, you can't really see it. You think there's an arowana in here. There's tons of plecos in here. There's a Sunshine Pleco, a Magnum Pleco, there's a Colombian Pleco in the back, a Sultan Pleco. There's like 4 or 5 Plecos in this tank. And then some. Look at this guy. This guy's a Hoplow Catfish. Look at how like derpy he is. He's not sick. I thought he was sick. I thought he had like an issue. I think he's just disformed or something. That's like what a normal one looks like right here. Look at this guy. Eats like a pig. Just like completely disformed. But so that's that tank. And then this tank, why I couldn't put the arowana in here, because of that guy. It's red wolffish. He is doing awesome. He is doing awesome. That red wolffish. This is the 40-gallon breeder. A lot of things are going to be changing, though, guys. Just so much is going to be changing down here in this fish room. It's just so bananas. It's so crazy. By the way, guys, talking about buying a house for certain things. This right here, it's a Bilco door. So when I was bringing my tanks and stuff down here, everything comes down through there rather than coming from up there. It's so much easier. But what stinks is the fact that this boiler is here. So the house is on oil right now. We're gonna be switching it over to gas soon. And when we do switch over to gas, we might actually even be moving this. So I'll be able to, this is a 30-inch wide door. So you know your boy can bring in something pretty crazy. And it's like 6 feet tall. So that'll be able to fit a lot of stuff in it. I'm telling you, there's a lot of tanks down here, guys, but we're only skimming the surface as to what we plan on doing down here. It's gonna be big and crazy, I promise you that. But guys, this is we're about an hour and 10 minutes in. I kind of want to do this for about an hour. I love the fact that, you know, we kind of, you know, I didn't expect anybody really joining this thing. I really didn't, because I haven't live streamed in such a long time. But back in the day, like I said, we used to get like 25 people in here or so, and it used to be popping. Like I used to have moderators and stuff, like monitoring it. And there's certain, you know, some people come to YouTube to learn. Some people come to watch, follow along with journeys and stuff. And some people just look to, you know, they want to interact. They want to do stuff like this. So I kind of want to build this out again and, you know, kind of continue doing the live stream. It's not going to be like a weekly thing, but maybe like once a month do a live stream. So guys, be on the lookout for more live streams. And if you don't see them, comment. Call me out. Call me out. Call out the Long Island Fish guy. Let me know. Say, hey, listen, you said you're one live stream. You're going to start live streaming more. Where you been? Where you been, dog? All right, guys. I appreciate you guys for joining the live stream today. I appreciate you guys for subscribing to my YouTube channel and the 4,000 subscribers. Just a little quick thing. I know I don't like to get into the analytics. Man, my channel's been dialed up, man. It has been dialed up. The amount of subscribers I get per day right now has doubled in like a month or two. It's crazy. We're already at like 4,025 subscribers. I just hit 4,000 the other day. 25 subscribers in like 2 days. I never used to hit. I used to dream of doing stuff like this, guys. It's crazy. Blessed. I'm blessed, and I'm only here because of you guys. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning into this live stream. I appreciate you guys. And like always, I don't know. I haven't really. I was about to do my little sign off here. Get some. Look at that, his face light up. Come on, baby, you know this. Now I'm looking like an old man. I also have a lot of lack of sleep. Got some bags under my eyes now. I'm not the same pretty boy I used to be. I used to be a little bit of a pretty boy. Yep, growth has been unreal. Yeah, you're growing too, my dude. You're growing too, my dude. But listen, I know a lot of 12 people in here. This is why I hate signing off on these live streams, because there's like 12 people in here. It's like we're hitting the ground running now. It's like cool. Maybe if I stay down for another 20 minutes, we get 25 people in here. You know, but I know we all got lives and stuff. You guys can't be sitting here watching me all day. Emma Gold has entered the gulag. And my Gold, Don, listen, man, Don. You play Call of Duty, man? Because me and NW Aqua Hobby, we got trios going on. I know, Don, you. I know you probably don't play Call of Duty, but guys, I'm signing off. That's it. It's done. It's over. If you guys want, we can make a group chat. Continue the conversation. But I'm gonna do my little. That's gonna be it for this video. So if you guys did like this video, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it now. But guys, thanks for watching. Fish on like we always do. Just keep this thing going. Are you really, Don? Do you really play Xbox? Wait, we gotta. Don, you really play Xbox? Don, you really? You got an Xbox? All right, Don. Hit me up on Instagram, Don. I gotta see that gamer tag, man. We gotta be dropping into the AO together. You feel me? Yo, look at all these people. Look at this. All right, we all play Xbox here. I'm good at getting killed. All right, I'm signing this thing off. If you guys want to play some Xbox, DM me on Instagram at Long Island Fish Guy. We'll swap gamer tags, do all that good stuff. Play some Call of Duty. Don, I'm a beast, man. I got like a 2.0 KD. I got Car 98. Your boy's like a sniper. So you know how it is. But guys, that's it. No more live streaming. We're done. Get on with your days. There's 11 people that have other things to do. Thanks for watching, everybody. And fish on.